Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy, fantastic Friday. You guys, Friday's here. It is here, and I just cannot tell you how excited I am. So I'm not even gonna bother going into telling you that. Just know that I am super excited that it's Friday. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I hope your day has been phenomenal and that you will have an amazing weekend on purpose. So I'm gonna jump into this video because, as you know, it is Friday night. So me and the mister, we're gonna go out, grab some dinner, and just chill and relax for the rest of the evening. And because it's too cold to do anything else. Right now it is 43 degrees. It was actually 30 degrees earlier, and when I tell you my teeth were chattering just getting in and out of the car, please believe me, it's still cold. But yeah, and then I think tomorrow, first they said later in the day, now it's supposed to be earlier. I'm not sure, but I know tomorrow's going to be some not so good weather. I heard on the news a couple of days ago that the folks that treat the roads, they're going to be treating the Beltway. I believe it's starting this evening. And I know it's going to rain. It's supposed to turn into some snow and then turn back into rain. I'm not sure, but either way, it's going to be cold. And so with the rain, there's chance of freezing. So all I'm saying is if you're in the DMV area, regardless of where you live, but if you're in the DMV area, if you don't have to go out tomorrow, please don't. Try to get done everything you need to do today. And like I said, if you don't have to go out tomorrow, then don't. Save yourself the headache, okay? Now, let's go into today's topic. And today's topic is things that you should not do in 2024. And this is based on Stoic principles. Now, if you know me, then you know I love a lot of the Stoic principles, and this is why I share them with you all. So I have 7 things, a takeaway, and I'll let you be. Number 1, refraining from explaining yourself to those who cause pain. Honey, when I saw this one, I shouted. You hear what I'm saying? I literally shouted. So they go on to say, and I believe these principles, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, they are from Marcus Aurelius. I could be wrong, but I do believe that's where they come from. And so when someone who is close to you causes you emotional pain, your instinct is to provide a detailed explanation or engage in a confrontation is very strong. However, the wisest choice is to move forward without seeking revenge. You must prioritize the protection of your peace. I'm going to say it one more time. We need to prioritize the protection of our peace, because it means that you understand that some battles are just not worth fighting, and they aren't. So this will also encourage you to avoid unnecessary drama, which is of the utmost importance as it relates to our personal growth. So let me just unpack that really quickly and then we'll move on. Again, when people hurt us, I don't know why it is, because we all have done it, that we feel the need to go into this long, drawn-out explanation about why we're done. You don't owe people anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? You owe people absolutely nothing. When you are done, you're just done. Now, I'm not saying that you just cut, well, I'm not, yeah, I've done that before in my younger years. I did. I just cut you off and that was that. There was no explanation or nothing. I left you trying to figure out, well, what happened? What did I do? Because I didn't owe you that. So see, even then I knew I didn't owe you that. But now, no. You don't get a lengthy explanation from me. I let you know I'm done with you. And my sinuses are draining, so please forgive me up front. I let you know I'm done. I've talked to you before about your behavior. You continue to do it, so I am done. You continue to be you, just do it with somebody else, because Michelle is done. See, I don't owe you anything other than that. And what I want to leave with you is that when people hurt you, I know I said those closest to you, but just people in general, you don't owe them a lengthy explanation as to why you don't want to be bothered anymore. You just don't. Give them a quick brief synopsis and keep it moving, okay? Number 2, avoid oversharing, especially during the end of relationships. So it doesn't matter if it's a friendship or romantic relationship, it's important to maintain discretion about all intimate details. Now, I need you all to really hear me on this. You shouldn't even share the specific reason or reasons for the breakup because it disrespects privacy and causes unnecessary gossip. Let me put a pin right here. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking the same thing when I heard this. We all have our good girlfriend or your bestie. And when you don't break up, you feel, when you don't break up, when you break up, you feel some kind of way. We all have been there. And so you need somebody to vent to. Now, I will caution you to be careful who you vent to. I am thankful that I have besties, a male and a female, that I can vent to, and I know what I share with them stays with them, just like what they share with me stays with me. And it only gets out if they choose to tell it, because I certainly will not. But just be careful about what you share, or how I should say how much you share. And so because you're going to get with your bestie and be like, girl, let me tell you what happened. So we're not together anymore. And they're going to say, oh no, what happened? And you're going to want to tell them what happened. You don't have to go into every single solitary detail. You just don't. But only you know your besties. So I'm just going to leave that up to you. But I would caution against sharing a lot of the private, intimate details about that person. So things that you've done together, places you've been, just things you know about them that nobody else knows, keep that to yourself. Because when we get upset, what do we want to do? We're going to run and tell it. Don't do that. Even though that person that pissed you off, got under your skin, and you are just through with them, be the bigger person. You don't have to go around telling all their business, okay? Don't do that. By not oversharing, you uphold the dignity and privacy of everybody involved. Instead, reflect on the experience while maintaining respect, and this will allow for a more profound personal healing process with grace, okay? There's nothing better than being able to heal with grace when you don't have to be that mean, ugly, nasty person. Even though that person was mean, ugly, and nasty to you, you don't have to do the same. Because guess what? Every time, without fail, it's going to make you look like the bigger person. And people are going to sit and wonder, wow, this person treated them like crap. And yet they're still being the bigger person. Exactly. You know why? Because I learned long time ago that God can deal with you far better than I can. And God can deal with your enemies far better than you can. So you don't need to sit out there telling all their business to everybody, putting it all over social media like we see people doing. That's not me. I've never been that kind of person, and I never will be, because like I always tell people, God can deal with you far better than I can. All I got to do is sit back and watch, because God will handle you. The Bible says, mess not with my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Let that marinate in your spirit. Number 3, discourage the spreading of negative opinions about other people. This will allow you to choose empathy over disdain when you are faced with challenging individuals or situations. So instead of contributing to negativity, building bridges fosters a more constructive approach to relationships. And this involves recognizing the humanity in others, understanding their perspectives, and working towards a resolution rather than perpetuating animosity. You know, I did not fully learn that until I got in my early 30s, I would say. And I realized that people are who they are. They do the things they do, and there's a reason for it. We may not always understand it. We certainly don't always like it, but there's a reason why people treat other folks in very ugly ways, because something has happened in their past. Something has happened to them to cause them to treat people the way they do. Now, I'm not saying, please understand, I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm not saying that at all. But I do sit back sometimes and I look at people and I go, you know what? I'm really seeing people, and I understand that what we see, that comes from a place that we probably will never even know about. Sometimes places we can't even imagine. And so again, I'm not saying give that person a free pass to act like a complete ass clown. What I'm saying is understand that whatever it is that they do or however they act, that comes from a hurt place, because we all know that hurt people, correct? And so instead of trying to get back at them, just understand them and pray for them. Do you know that's the best thing that you can do for somebody? Pray for them. Anytime and I haven't had many, thank God, but anytime I've been in a relationship that did not work out, my first thought is, after I get past the initial, after I've gotten, I should say, past the initial shock, hurt, and or pain, I prayed. I said, now, Lord, I don't wish anything bad on that person. All I'm asking is that you fix them, Lord. Fix them in such a way that they become a better person for the next woman that comes along. That they learn how to treat a woman. That whatever issues they're dealing with, that you would fix it, God, because only you can fix it. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to move on, but I'm going to pray for you. Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. As a child of God, I am called to always pray for God's people, regardless of what you say and or do to me and or behind my back. I'm still going to always pray for you. You know why? Because again, God sees everything, and he will take care of everything. It's not my job to dislike you. It's not my job to cuss you. I may cuss you out and then I'm gonna move on, but it's not even my job to do that. My job is to pray for you and keep it moving. Number 4, advising against constant comparison with others. So when you constantly compare yourself to others, like, sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. When you constantly compare yourself to others, it's like walking on an endless treadmill, and it will do nothing but steal your joy and cause you to have self-doubt. Instead, it is suggested that you celebrate your unique qualities, quirks, missteps, and victories. It causes you to embrace the individual journey of life rather than measure success or worth against external standards. This mindset shift will promote self-acceptance, allowing you to appreciate your uniqueness and create a positive self-image. Only thing I can really say to that, you guys, is if you sit around and you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, you are setting yourself up for failure. Period. End of sentence. You are setting yourself up for failure because you are not that person. They are not you. So I'm not going to sit and compare myself to anybody else. I was the best mom, and I believe I still am, that I could be. I can't be like June Cleaver because I'm not June Cleaver. And many of you know what show that she comes from, right? That's y'all know why she popped into my mind. But so I'm not going to compare myself to her because I'm not her. I can't be like somebody else that has a YouTube channel, because we get caught up in stuff like that too, where we want to do the things that that person does because you're like, ooh, they got all these followers and this, that, and the third. And you can do exactly what they do and still not get the outcome that they have. Why? Because you're not them and they're not you. So embrace your uniqueness. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. I'm not comparing myself to anybody. I don't ever sit and say, wow, you know what? This person has this, they have that, they have the other, and all I have is this, that, and the other. No, because we're two different and unique people. God is blessing us in different ways. Doors are opening up for us in different ways. Doors that are opening up for you may not be the same doors that are opening up for me, and vice versa. So we've got to get to a point where we stop comparing ourselves to other people. That's how you get in trouble. And that is also how you talk yourself out of some good things. When you start to compare yourself with other people, you will talk yourself right out of doing some great things because you've already set yourself up for failure. Number 5, and everything I'm sharing with you will be in the description box. Number 5, exploring the pursuit of external validation. So this encourages you to break free from the relentless quest for approval, come on now, from others, and emphasizing the importance of prioritizing your inner voice over external judgments. So when you live authentically based on personal values and aspiration, it leads to a more fulfilling life journey. And this involves recognizing that true happiness comes from within and not solely dependent on external validation. Now, let me tell you something. If you live your life always looking for other people to validate you, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because what happens when the day comes when people stop patting you on the back and stop giving you all these accolades? What are you going to do then? Because to me, that says that your life has no meaning unless other people tell you that it has meaning, unless other people see the meaning that you bring to the table. It is not my problem and it is not my concern if you don't see the value that I bring to the table, because guess what? That just tells me you're not my tribe. You're not for me. And that's okay, because I'm not everybody's cup of tea, neither are they mine. So I don't worry about that, but I don't ever sit and wait for other people to pat me on the back. I don't need your pats on the back. When people say, Michelle, you know what? I enjoy your content. And I get those messages all the time, be it via inbox, email, text message, you name it. And they're great. I love it. And I appreciate all of you that appreciate what I do. But I don't have to have it. I don't live for it. I don't get up in the morning and say, all right, Lord, send me all these accolades so my day can have meaning. No. If not one person says, Michelle, I'm proud of you. If not one person says, Michelle, I enjoy what you do, it's going to be all right. My day is still going to go on. You know why? Because I'm proud of me. I love what I do. I love the way I encourage other people. And that's all I need. That is all I need. I don't need validation from others. Now, I will say this. I do want and need validation from God. Come on, somebody. I'm always looking for that. Okay, I am always looking for that. That matters to me. But in terms of needing other people to validate me, I don't, and neither do you. Number 6, delving into the pitfalls of perfectionism. It's okay to acknowledge the importance of self-improvement. This highlights the need to combat perfection. This aspect emphasizes that the relentless pursuit of perfection can lead to stress and persistent feeling of never being enough. For a more relaxed life, you must understand that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Let me say this. If you right now are going through life always feeling like you're never enough, I need you to stop it, and I need you to stop it today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week, next month, next year. I need you to stop it today, because you are more than enough. I am more than enough. We are more than enough. And don't you ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Stop walking around here thinking that you are not enough because you don't have this, or you don't have that, or you don't have the other. You don't live here, you don't live there. You don't drive this, you don't drive that. Honey, none of that matters. You are more than enough. Always remember that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And don't ever let anybody allow you to feel that way, but more importantly, don't you feel that way about yourself. Don't you tell yourself that. And if you're telling yourself that you're not enough, you better cut it out, because if I hear you, we're gonna have some words, because I don't like that. I don't like it. I can't stand it. You are more than enough. Number 7, last but not least, advising against holding on to the unrealistic expectations. It's a natural thing to set unrealistic expectations. We all have done it, right? So, but you are being warned against letting them evolve into unrealistic fantasies. Letting go of deceptive illusions involves recognizing life's imperfections, aligning expectations with true aspirations, and setting realistic goals that resonate with one's authentic self. This aspect encourages a grounded and practical approach to life, fostering a sense of contentment and fulfillment. So again, Let's stop walking around here holding on to unrealistic expectations. One that comes to mind is, as you all know, I am on my journey to getting back down to my ideal weight, which won't take me long. I think during the holiday season, I probably gained somewhere between 12 to 15 pounds. So it's not going to take me long to get that off because I'm focused, I'm determined. But I would be setting an unrealistic expectation if I said I want to get that all. Well, let me say this. I put on 15, but I already had about 10 that I wanted to let go of. So if I said I'm going to get 25 pounds off this month, that's an unrealistic expectation. And I'm really going to be starving myself. I'm going to be in that gym twice a day, every day from now to the end of the month. And that's just unrealistic because I do have to work. So I can't do that. So I set realistic goals and expectations for myself. And I need you to do the same thing, not just with your health and wellness, but just in life in general. If you say, here's another one, an unrealistic expectation would be that I'm going to get up and I'm not going to cuss anybody out. Now let me say this before you say anything, because I can see your face. I don't go around cussing folk out. Let me put that out there. I do not. However, every now and then somebody pushes that button that causes me to have to go in on them. And for me, I would much rather do that than to put my hands on you, because see, cussing you out's not gonna land me in the jail. Putting my hands on you will, because that's assault and battery. So for me to get up and say, you know what, I'm not gonna cuss anybody. I can't say raise my voice because I don't really raise my voice, but you get where I'm going with it. That's an unrealistic expectation for me. Now, it might not be for you, and that's great, but for me, that's an unrealistic expectation. Because throughout the day, because sometimes you stub your toe, and I might have to go, damn, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? But unrealistic, I just stop setting unrealistic goals and expectations for myself. Okay, that's just like saying everything in my vision book for this year, I want to get it done this month. That's unrealistic, because some of the stuff that I wrote down is going to take me a couple of months to achieve. That's like saying I'm going to take a 30-page manuscript and edit it today. That is unrealistic. Even if I started early this morning, I'm still not going to get through it, because that is a lot. And that's assuming that each chapter is no more than 5 pages, because sometimes chapters can be longer than that. So that's an unrealistic expectation to put on myself. That's like saying I want to go to the gym and I want to burn 100,000 calories in one day. That's unrealistic. It really is. I would probably have to be in the gym all day. And even then, I don't know if that's something that I could have attained. So all I'm saying is, as you go through this year, when you wake up every day, tell yourself, I will not put unrealistic expectations on myself. And don't allow other people to put them on you either, because that's something else that happens. You know, people will say, hey, Shell, I need you to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Okay, and I need it all this week. Well, now, and that's where I'm going to have to stop you and say, hold up. I can do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, but I can't get it all done this week, because A, by itself is going to take some time, because I need to do a little research. B, I need to get in contact with the right people and hope that they get back to me and can give me what I need. And C, that's something that I'm really going to have to put some work into. Do you understand what I'm saying? So not only am I asking you not to put unrealistic expectations on yourself, stop allowing other people to do it. I used to be that person when people say, hey, Shell, can you get this to me by close of business? Can you get this to me then or whenever? And I'll go, sure, I can do that. And I'm up half the night trying to get stuff done. No, not anymore. Not anymore will I be doing that. I'm going to do the things that I know that I can do and set realistic expectations. Just like I don't push myself. I think in years past I've done that with my vision book, but I've since learned that I don't have to do everything on my to-do list. Well, when I say to-do list, I mean in my vision book overnight. I don't have to do all of that overnight. Some things maybe you can get done overnight, but a lot of things you just can't. Okay? So here's your takeaway. By embracing these principles, you will foster a mindset that is resilient, empathetic, and positive, leading to authentic personal development and deeper connections in your relationships. Like I said, everything I shared with you will be in the description box, and I encourage you to go back to read them and or to listen to this video, share this video. And by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Huh? Really? What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and don't miss out on anything, okay? But as I was saying, as you go through the rest of your day and this weekend, and not only that, next week, the rest of this month, the rest of this year, putting these principles into practice will help you tremendously. They will help you tremendously, because I think part of the problem, I'm going to say for 2023, is a lot of folks came into 2023 with stuff that they were dealing with in 2022. And so we're going to cut that curse. We're going to cut that curse in half. We're not taking the tomfoolery and foolishness of 2023 into 2024. I know I'm not doing it. And I'm hoping that you're going to join me on this quest, because I'm not out here by myself. But if I am, that's fine. But I just refuse to do it. This is a new year. I'm going to share this with you all, then I'm going to let you be. I had the opportunity to talk to my coach on yesterday. And it's always a pleasure when I get to talk to Bob Yates. And by the way, if you go into the description box and click on the link tree link, you'll see Circle of Champions. Please make sure you check that out, okay? And we were just talking, and I said to him, we did a quantum leap session in December, and I said to him, I said, Bob, you have no idea how the wheels in my mind were turning. And I just decided that there are so many things that I wasn't going to bring into 2024, and I share those things with him, and I'm just not. I am stepping out on faith like never before. Now, don't get me wrong, because I have faith. Come on, somebody. I do have faith. But sometimes I have a limiting faith where I'll step out a little bit, but I ain't going to go too far now. But in this year, I'm stepping all the way out. And so even as I say that, we're going to actually do it next month. So that gives me a little more time to market it and all that other good stuff. And I got to find a location. But we are doing the Write the Vision 2024 workshop. And as I shared with you all before, I can only accept 10 people. So if you're interested, and you know you are, then reach out to me and let me know, because the cost is going to be $55. That will get you a journal, because I'm going to show you how to do a vision book as we talk about setting up our goals and visions for the new year. And you will also get a box lunch. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, like I said, if you know you're interested and you want to go, let me know, hit me up, and I'll get you the information for sending your payment and what have you. But other than that, I think that's it, y'all. I think that's all I have. So I'm going to end this video by saying thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time to speak life into you, to encourage you, because that's my goal, you guys. That is my goal. Above and beyond everything else is to encourage you, making sure that you have the tools that you need to be a better person and a more confident person. That makes me feel so good when people say, Shell, you know what? Because of you, I am so much more confident. I'm now doing this. I never thought I would be doing that. And that just makes me feel so good, because that means that something I'm saying is resonating with people, causing them to want to be better people, because that's what I want to see from each and every one of you. Step out on faith. Do big things. Do great things. And like I told you before, and as Bob and I talked about, if you're going to do an event, and let's say you are hoping for a room full of people, and we're going to make a room full of people, I'm going to say 20 people. Okay, because depending on the size of the room, let's say 20 people, right? And you want 20 people, but you only get 10 to show up. Are you going to throw that 10 away just because you didn't get 20? No. You're going to go with the 10 that you have, and you're going to make it work. Even if you only got 5, I know you wanted 20, but take that 5 that showed up that said, hey, Shell, I want what you have to offer. I'm trying to go to the next level. I want to be better than I am right now, and growing my business and growing me, and run with those 5 people. We've got to stop, because we talked about the setting the unrealistic expectations. It's okay to shoot for 20 people for your workshop, but if you don't get 20, you don't cancel the workshop because you didn't get 20. That's like, what is that old saying, throwing the baby out with the bathwater? No, go with the folks that show up, because I'm expecting and I'm believing for great things for each and every one of you all in this new year. And having said that, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Go out there and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have fun wherever you go, whatever you do. Please do so responsibly and be safe. I can't stress that enough. Do it responsibly, and please be safe. Y'all know we are fresh into the new year, and already we've had some murders, some suicides, and some killings, and it's just sad and heartbreaking. So please, please, please continue to pray and be safe no matter where you go or what you do. Y'all know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can do about it, because I love you so much, and I want nothing but the best for you. Love you all, and we'll talk again tomorrow. You know what? Let me say this. I'm going to say we're going to talk again tomorrow, but I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to do a car conversation tomorrow, because I need to get my truck over to get an oil change. And like I said, they're calling for some really, really bad weather. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So here's the deal. If I don't see you all tomorrow, please make sure you check out my podcast, because there will be a podcast tomorrow. And if I don't get a chance to do another car conversation on tomorrow, then check back on Monday when we get back on schedule. Love you all. Mean it. We'll talk again soon.